Hi, I'm Krista Smith. Welcome to the Toronto International Film Festival. Parkland. This is a movie that caught me completely off guard. I had no idea what I was going to see. I had no idea what Parkland was, and I was riveted from the minute it opened and through the course of the film. And it is about really JFK's assassination, but the part that no one talks about. How it affected everybody in the community, how it affected the people at the hospital, which the film takes its name from.
Yes.
You play the doctor,
Malcolm
Perry, who's on call, basically.
Yeah, he was one of the attending, not only when JFK was brought in, but also when Lee Harvey Oswald was brought in. So it's sort of a little microcosm of the film almost, because it analyzes and looks at the outer rim sort of characters that were affected by this, and all of those little intricacies that are so fantastic. You know, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I didn't know that the doctor attended both. You know, I didn't know the way Abraham Zapruder had, sold the film and what he had to go through. So it sort of analyzes all of those elements of the story that are often overlooked.
Your character, I, as a journalist, was fascinated when you decide to give, how you decide to give your film.
Yeah.
Not to the New York Times, not to everybody bidding.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was a complicated thing for the guy. I mean, deciding to give it away at all. I mean, it's fascinating to think that at that time, nobody knew first of all, what the film was going to be, and it took them forever to develop it, and then what to do with it. I mean, nobody had any, now, we would all know what to do with it. Everybody would instantly have it on their phones anyway, so. But it was a complicated decision for the guy, and one that I think he paid for in a lot of ways, because I think a lot of people thought it was not the sort of wisest thing to sell this. To make money off of this was something that kind of haunted him for a long time. But I think he felt like he had to really get it out of his own life, and he knew the trauma that was going to be visited on his family, so he felt like it was an exchange that he needed to make, but he paid for it in some way.
But even just the developing of the film, that kind of stuff.
That was amazing.
Those little bits right there are just fascinating.
Yeah.
And Paul, what made you want to play him?
Well, I've been fascinated by this, like everybody has been, and I thought it was such an interesting way to tell the sort of like human trauma, all the fallout on all these people, and I didn't know anything about him, but there's something. The film is iconic. He's this sort of iconic figure. I just, there was no reason not to do it. I just thought fantastic, and nobody knows anything about him, so.
Well, it's such a well-acted piece, not just by you two, but everybody else who's in it. Yeah. It's a great, great cast, and everybody should go see it, because even if you're not interested in JFK, or you feel like you've had your full, it's its own movie.
Yeah.
It's a separate film.
It's a different thing.
But it was great. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Have good with the rest of the film festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.